It's Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, about 2:27 p.m., just coming up 4:30. I think it was about 80 in town today. I think it's just dropping through about 70 right now. Humidity, I think, bottomed out at about 35, and it's probably above 40% by now, but that looks like a three-point lineup to me. With some refracted foreground there, it looks like on the right beyond that boat. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, just above a three-point lineup actually. Nice. A little contrast to the usual low horizon there. Tide's still pretty mid. I'm guessing the tide's somewhere around, I don't know, 3 foot, 2 foot, something like that. So I'm guessing the water temp's somewhere around 64. Surface maybe a bit warmer with the high temps here. And the wind, they had some wind earlier. It looks like it's glassed off again here. We call it the evening glass off. It's like a boat there or something in that reflection. That looks like a foreground inferior mirage, kind of like a hot puddle on a hot road in the summertime. That might be some traffic on the 101 back there in the background actually. That's pretty cool. That's about as high as you'll ever see, like the water line, the apparent water line. Looks like there's some waviness to it as well. Kind of like what Heath captured recently. But yeah, you can kind of see the traffic there in the foreground there in that reflection. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you've got the cliff on the left, Mesa Lane at 6.5 miles. Looks like it's, I'm gonna say it's loomed up a little bit. I don't know, or maybe the opposite. Could be the opposite, I guess. It's got stretch marks, definitely. It's just not the normal shape. So that's 6.5 miles on the left, La Conchita Beach in the background at 22.7 miles. This is what happens when we have these warm days. You get a much higher horizon, so to speak. Okay, I'll come back to that in a second. Oh shoot, sorry. Got so excited I forgot to lock the focus. So there's some houses there along the coast that are reflected in the foreground there. You're there again. You're seeing pretty much Highway 101 reflected there. There's Hogan at 17.8. On the ridge on the left with the tree on it there. That's 30.6 miles. Houchin and Conejo Mountain in the background, 51 miles, 1,800 feet. Houchin's about 17 miles. I'd say you're seeing water beyond it, at least it looks like it here. And the pesky never below the horizon ridge. Yeah, you can see the far shore reflected too. So that's Henry at 16.8. some of the buildings down there in Oxnard, Ventura. Tighten that up a bit. See if I can get a better focus. I don't know. Afraid to lose it. Yeah, Far Shore buildings reflected in the foreground. So Pesky Ridge is right there in the center, 50 miles, 900 to 1,000 feet. Saddle Peak's a little compressed in the background, 72 miles, 2789 foot elevation. And you're getting some, it's only like 20 minutes before sunset, so we're getting a lot of reflection up the buildings on the Far Shore down there. There's Hill House all compressed. But it looks like a kind of a 3-point line up to the water line in the background no matter what. So that's 14.6 miles. Platform A, let's see if we can see Mandalay Power Generating Station. That might be it in that area right there on the right. Another 3-point lineup in general to the Far Shore, even though they got compression going on. Platform B, really wonky out there. And platform C with a ton of heat haze. Shimmer, shimmer. We go across here past Clark's Peak, that knob sticking up. The little building is on top of La Jolla Peak. And then Laguna Peak with the domes and dishes. And then Magoo Peak there on the left, 50 miles, 1,260 foot elevation. Looks like we're getting some reflection of the buildings way out there toward Port Hueneme. Oh yeah, right there.